Unconditional love and peace to you. Thanks for joining me here on the channel. We're studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're on lesson number 344. Today I learn the law of love, that what I give my brother is my gift to me. This is your law, my Father, not my own. I have not understood what giving means, and thought to save what I desired for myself alone. And as I looked upon the treasure that I thought I had, I found an empty place where nothing ever was, or is, or will be. Who can share a dream? And what can an illusion offer me? Yet he whom I forgive will give me gifts beyond the worth of anything on earth. Let my forgiven brothers fill my store with heaven's treasures, which alone are real. This is the law of love fulfilled, and thus your Son arises and returns to you. How near we are to one another as we go to God. How near is He to us? How close the ending of the dream of sin and the redemption of the Son of God. Wow, so this is a powerful lesson. Today I learned the law of love. So when Jesus uses the word law, obviously it's going to bring most of us regular earthlings into a state of like, whoa, the law, like it just got serious on us. Jesus laying down the law of love, right? And then he goes on to say, what I give my brother is my gift to me. So that to me is like a little secret code, even though it's not really secret because it's written out completely, but it's like your forgiveness practice. You know, not the people that are outside in the world somewhere that have nothing to do with you. But I think, Sherry's 2 cents, I think what he means is the people in your life that make you crazy, just angry, sad, all that. When you start doing your forgiveness practice and understanding what it is in you that is being triggered by these people and start doing your own healing work, that is your forgiveness practice. That is the gift that you're giving to your brother because you're setting them free. And freedom is like everything, right? So this is telling us we must forgive. It is the law of love. We must forgive. So I think there was just a lot of beauty in this lesson. I won't repeat everything, but you know, all these things that we think that we had, the treasures we saved for ourselves, when we're actually in our sacred space and in the presence of God and doing our prayers and meditations, we realize I looked upon the treasure I thought I had and found an empty space where nothing ever was or is or will be. So all those pursuits, granted, they may have had a lot of joy on the way, but the material world, the conditioning and programming of our society, these things are not going to bring us true happiness. So what it says here is, let my forgiven brothers fill my store with heaven's treasures. And it's not just brothers who were forgiven by someone else. It's those individuals, ideas, institutions, whatever it is, those things that you actively look at yourself, know thyself, determine why it bothers you so much. Where is your hurt in this? Where is your anger in this? Let that go. Those experiences, those intentional forgiveness efforts on your part are going to fill your store with heaven's treasures. This is the law of love fulfilled. And thus your Son arises and returns to you. So to me, this also feels like an initiation, like an ascension initiation. Forgiveness is the gate that we must pass through in order to ascend. How near are we to one another as we go to God? So again, when you release and tear down those walls and work through all your stuff and you stop pushing people away, then you feel this sense of belongingness and this sense of, oh, everything's okay. Like you can kind of relieve yourself and just feel like safe again, calm again, at peace. and like your brothers, you're forgiving your brothers, then they kind of come back to you. Like something shifts. And then, maybe not in every case, of course, people who have passed away and, people who've really harmed you and you don't ever want to be near them again, that's fine. But in some situations where it's not exactly like that, a lot of us with our family, with our friends, what I'm talking about, right? These situations, when you start to work on yourself, the world around you is going to change. And these people who you once saw as whatever your judgments are, they will shift as well, because we're all going to go to heaven together, right? How close the ending of the dream of sin, which is just errors, our own errors that we think we committed and the errors that we project on our brothers. How close the ending of the dream of sin and the redemption of the Son of God. We are going to be redeemed with our forgiveness practice, because Jesus says it's the law of love. So I really don't need to hear it much more. And really, for me, I'm feeling it as well. I've got some personal experiences going on right now that are showing me the power of my forgiveness practice, which, distilling it down basically means know thyself. You have to look at your insides. Anything that's bothering you, you have to look at your 50% of how you created it. You co-created it. And the more that you do that and the more practice you get at that, I think the more open your heart can be. And that's like when the heart is open and you have a sense of like self-awareness, you do begin to co-create in a completely new world, a completely new experience for this incarnation for yourself. So that's the work that we have to do. Obey the law of love by committing to your forgiveness practice moment by moment each day. You've got this. I've got your back. I believe in you. It's never too late to forgive whatever that thing is that you just don't want to let go of, or you just can't make sense of it. It just couldn't ever be okay, Sherry. No. Jesus says, it never happened. And you can forgive anything. So lots of love to you. Thanks for being here on the channel, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on our next video.